welcome to Woodshop 101. This is episode 115 for February 5th, 2018. On today's show, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of selling online versus custom orders. I'm Jeremy Crawford of the Countryside Workshop, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, as always, Sam Wooddell of Samurai Designs and Drew Short of Rock-n H Woodshop. And we have our awesome guest hosts today, Brian and Victoria from the Pallet People. What's going on, everybody?
Hey guys.
Hello.
How are y'all?
This is so exciting.
Sam's got like that creeper hello.
I have that hey girl, hey type thing, like wave up high instead of the creeper. But we want to thank our patrons, Michael Brendel, Devin Richter, Sean McHenry, Carl Mose, and Neil Sims. If you want to become... I'm so bad. Stop. If you would like to support the show, you can head over to woodshop101podcast.com/listen. Find the show notes for today's episode, and there will be links for small one-time donations and reoccurring donations. If you want to become a patron to our Patreon campaign, then head over to patreon.com/woodshop101. You can buy a Woodshop 101 podcast t-shirt, hoodie, and a red marker pack. Head to countrysideworkshop.com/shop for the link. Woo! Did
it. And she got the finger snap in there.
I know. I don't know what I was saying at the beginning, but we're all good now.
Got it pulled out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Brian and Victoria, you want to tell us a little bit about you so the people that maybe not know who you are?
Sure. You want to go?
Yeah, so we're the Pallet People, me and Victoria, husband and wife. We started a little woodworking business about a year ago. It's always nice working together.
She's laughing like this isn't the case.
It's about that nice.
It's been more than a year. We went hardcore a year ago,
Yeah. And what we do is we take old pallets and make artwork out of them. Victoria does a lot of handwriting on them, and I make some mosaics. So check us out.
Check us out.
They're awesome. You guys are so talented. It's insane.
It's Brian's the most, he's the...
No way, girl. Your handwriting and your drawing is awesome.
Nice.
It seriously is so awesome.
Towards the motivation and heart and soul of the Pallet People.
Yeah.
You've got that right.
I am. I'm like the boss of the Pallet People, and I just go critique designs and then tell them what they need to do, kind of. I don't know. If Queenie was here, we have a third member of the Pallet People.
Yes.
His name is Mike McQueenie. Queenie, we call him. And he kind of keeps me and Brian in line the most. He's like a manager at Dick's Sporting Goods, and he's used to managing stuff, so he keeps us in line. He's like, you gotta do this. When I have to do signs, for a custom orders, he'll have them all laid out for me with the emails on attached, and I'm like, all right, gotta do these. This is awesome. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love your Super Bowl video, though. That was hilarious because you kept telling them to get back to work, and then you were like, oh, let's just go let them watch it. And you were like, guard the chips. I was laughing so hard. That's something I would say. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We had the idea to do a Super Bowl commercial just because we've been trying to make little videos here and there. So we were asking friends and getting ideas what we should do. Should it be funny? Should it be serious? So that's what we came up with.
Yeah, I was a little mean.
Pretty hilarious.
Not that mean in real life. They could watch the Super Bowl.
It's only on halftime. You can't watch halftime show. Go, get back to work. Oh, we lost them.
Guys, Brian's phone died.
That's what we just called it. How do you start a podcast and you don't plug your phone in?
For anybody that actually knows the Pallet People, that is the Pallet People. My phone is always dead.
1%. His phone is always on 1%. We have the portable charger right here, and it was plugged into my phone. That did not go. It shut off, and I'm just like, your phone.
Oh,
I think
that's
I
awesome.
need to come and live with you guys. I would fit right in. My phone dies all the time. Can I come live with you?
You can.
I sit at a desk all day, and my phone is still never plugged in.
He's the worst, honestly, with his phone. Is your sound?
So funny.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
Look, we're used to it. We have Sam on the podcast.
Yes. That's why, like, seriously, I fit right in. Could be the Pallet People plus Sam.
That'd
Be great. Can I bring my dog?
Yeah, Rory.
Not until he feels better.
He
Yeah,
can
not till he feels
He doesn't care about other dogs.
Aw, he's so cute.
He's
so cute.
He's like, y'all keep it down, I'm sleeping. So, all right, well, let's jump into what's going on in the shop.
All right.
Sam, you want to go first? Tell us what's going. I know what's not going on anymore. Finally, that console's gone.
Yes, finally. That was in the shop since November, and it's finally installed last weekend. And it looks so good in the space. It matches the wallpaper perfectly. And then now we just picked up the wood for 3 new tables. So like a game table type, like bar stool table. And then a curved table with bent lamination, which I've never done before. So that will be fun. And then a big farm table. So that's what we're working on. And they're all oak. So I was just like, let's buy it all at once so we don't have to come back. So.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have your workload just once?
You can come help me, and we will team up. You want to team up? Move to
then
Virginia.
You would just pay me like an hourly
I
salary.
No way.
I want to be partner.
Yeah, I'll make you partner. And Susan, Grandpa would make you partner too. Gramps.
Gramps.
No, Gramps.
Grant's been on the pod.
Yes.
He has. Yes.
I missed that episode.
You got to go back and look to it. It was.
Yeah. It was so funny. And they asked him the same question. What is it like working with Sam? And he was like,
I always want to know what your grandpa's like with Instagram. Like, does he get annoyed with you on the phone?
Actually, at the beginning, yes. Lately, he hasn't been, because I feel like I have finally stepped my game up and got what are those things called? Yeah, tripod. And he's doesn't have to be my camera taker anymore. But yeah, and when I have to film a video, that's the worst. When I'm filming a video and I accidentally mispronounce one word, he lets me know that I mispronounced it. And then I feel stupid putting it out. So I'm like, oh, crap. Now I got to do it all over again. And then I mess up 10 more times. So, yeah.
Yeah, then he also gave you a hard time about your measuring techniques.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
there's a magic fairy that lives in the shop. And I'm like, I don't know. It's cut 2 inches too short. I don't know how that happened. I measured correctly. He's like, I'm sure you just measured wrong.
Seriously. No. It would be funny if the day you just see Sam's story and it's her grandpa twirling his hair.
That would be so funny. I'm gonna make them do it tomorrow. Twirl his hair, just like he did, and he has the softest hair. I'm always like, "Bye, Gramps," and he's always sitting and eating lunch, and I'm like, "Your hair feels like cotton." It's like a family joke that he has cotton.
Go listen to episode 105. That's with Gramps.
Gramps is awesome. He's a trooper. That's for sure.
He was very awesome to have on the show. In fact,
I just
everybody kept asking when he's coming back.
People want to deal with Instagram. Like me on my phone all the time. They'd be like, "Can you put that down?"
Yes, that's how he is.
I think it's just the life of anybody that's heavily engaged in Instagram. Because my kid all the time, he was like, "What are you doing? Stop. And then now he's into it. So he sees me trying to do a story or something, he wants to jump in front of the camera and do something goofy.
Yep.
That's the kids too. I'm like, stop! I have to refilm it, and they're like,
"Oh no!" I'll let it go. I'll post that one and then I'll do another one.
Yeah, that's like me today. I said Wednesday, and I was like, I am not recording it again. Sorry, everyone. It's really Thursday.
You just write it. It's Thursday. All right. Yeah. Well, Brian and Victoria, what do you guys got going on in your shop?
Brian's been building we have him behind a 16 black and white mosaics they were going to launch on Sunday during the Super Bowl. Because we did a gray line like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And they sold pretty quick, and it was awesome for Brian because he gets to be super creative and make, instead of like a custom order, make what he kind of wants. So that's what he's mainly been working on, and I've just been doing custom hand lettering and a lot of gather signs still, which are major for us. We always take gather orders. It's kind of those Mosaic Mondays always happening.
Are you going to do any sign for the Super Bowl?
A sign?
I have a big one as part of the black and white series of mosaics. So there'll be one big one, and there's like Victoria said, like 15 or 16 other signs. So that's kind of unique for us. It's only the second time we've made like a batch of signs and mosaics for people to buy that weren't like a custom sign.
And
I'm gonna have to look.
I named them all people's names, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Except some of the names are like awful.
Edith.
Like, I made a great.
Edith.
She's like, Edith isn't selling.
I'm glad I took my time on this mosaic. That'll never sell. Like, Debbie?
He's gonna buy Debbie.
That's what I said.
We have a John.
Just imagine you got friends coming over and you're like, oh, I've got this awesome piece of mosaic from the Pallet People. This is Debbie. What?
Definitely a conversation.
They're gonna be like, you name your artwork, and you're like, no, they name it.
No, Victoria thought of that name.
Victoria from the Pallet People named our piece. I named one Murphy, and I really love the name Murphy, so I'm super excited. It's my favorite piece. I named it Murphy. I don't know if you ever saw it. Is it Interstellar?
Yeah.
The girl in Interstellar's name is Murphy, and the dad calls her Murph, and I love it.
That's my parents. That's my parents' dog's name, Murphy.
See,
It is a cute name.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to look. When do they come out? On Sunday?
Yes, right after JT drops the mic.
Perfect.
We have this thing in America, Sam. It's called a Super Bowl on
Yes.
Sunday. It's called Super Bowl Sunday.
You think I don't know what sports
Well, I
are?
mean-
My whole family.
Wait,
My
is
dad
it your
played
red-
football.
I mean,
Yes.
clearly when they say it's dropping on Super Bowl, and you
And
said
We got rid of
it's dropping
Kirk
on
Cousins.
Sunday, well, that's when the Super Bowl is.
You know what, Jeremy? You know what? To bring up football, I told Juan that you were coming on, and he told me, he's like, say hi. I was like, okay, I will. He's like so happy that Kirk is gone. Kirk Cousins is gone from the Redskins.
I'm not a football person.
Who'd you
Who?
I know.
Who'd you get? Alex Smith?
Yeah, I guess it's okay. I like him, but he's older than Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins, I feel like, has a better arm. But whatever. We'll see what happens.
Doesn't matter. The Eagles are going to dominate the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I hope so.
Me too.
I hate the Pats.
Me
They're
too.
horrible.
They always win.
Pats. We're like New Englanders that hate the Pats. Well, you're not a super hatred.
I'm not a super
His
hater.
family likes the Pats, so
I
you
actually like when the Patriots are in it because all of our friends get really into it. So then I have a little side action while the Super Bowl's going on. They're like diehards, so it's good to watch.
But one of our other best friends, Andrew, he's sometimes in the shop, loves the Eagles, like diehard Eagles, so he's excited. That's good.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Drew, what do you got going on?
Well, right now I'm right in the middle of that Murphy bed build.
Oh, there's that name Murphy again.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I ended up having to build the mattress carriage last week, and I had to take it outside because it's so massive. So I used that Centipede 4x8 tool to just set it on, and I was having to flip it over and sideways and lift it up, put it down. I mean, it was all over the place. But that Centipede really came in handy because there was no room in my shop to assemble that sucker. So now I've got to start working on the cabinetry that's going to hold it. And then once that's done, I've got to make the false cabinet fronts for the carriage. After After that, I've got a bookcase chair to start working on. I actually got a deposit for this chair probably about a month ago, and she paid it off. She went ahead and gave me the rest of it, and I hadn't even started it yet. So she's like, well, can I just go ahead and pay you for it? I'm like, I don't care. Sure. I don't have it done, but sure. So yeah, she paid me for that. So now I got that to do afterwards, and I'm closing up a couple of contracts right now. One of them is a single barn door, X-brace barn door. And then he messaged me today, and he said, well, I'm actually thinking of doing some multiple barn doors in my house. So
Nice.
let's talk pricing on that. I'm like, okay.
But we'll do every door. Let's take every door down and make them all barn doors.
Yeah, you don't need these doors. Take them out.
Barn doors look way better, so.
Yeah.
And then let's see what. A built-in bench and 17 floating shelves. So
Nice.
that's something else I'm trying to close.
You have way more work than I do.
Yeah, that's busyness.
Yeah.
I think yours are locked in. I think you've got actual contracts because you're buying the wood and all that stuff for it. I'm still trying to lock those contracts in.
But that's a lot. That's good.
Yeah, so well, like I said, I haven't quite started full time yet, but I've been hustling, trying to get it going. So
that'll be great. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that bookcase chair.
Bookcase chair.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I actually integrated storage into the chair because her original thing, it was just the bookcase and padded cushions for the seat. And I thought, well, what about some like hidden storage underneath your seat? And she's like, oh yeah, I like that idea. It's like, yeah, you can hide books in it. Don't know what you could put in
like
it.
a tiny house?
No, it is an apartment though.
It's like tiny space living.
I don't know where she's going to put it in her little apartment because it's got to sit in the middle of a room. Like the centerpiece. I'd be stumping my toe on it all the time.
Yeah.
No pressure on the centerpiece.
Look, it's things like that you don't think about. Because we bought a bookcase bed for my son like 3 or 4 years ago. And once they put it in the house, I'm like, wait a second. The bookshelf's on the back of the bed. I can't put this up against the wall anywhere. It's got to sit in the middle of the room.
Oh,
Takes up the entire room.
Who designed that?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, whoever did that, it's a terrible design.
Yeah.
So, luckily when we moved here, he's got like this little alcove in his room that we can kind of bump it up into and create like a little reading nook in the back for him now. So he's got like this like a little secret door that goes to this reading nook. So,
well, that's cute.
Except it's not a reading nook now. He's got like all of his Legos strung out everywhere back there.
Lego nook.
And I'm like, hey, can I come back and play Legos with you?
I definitely
let's go
I
build
love
Legos.
Legos.
I love Legos too.
So
I had all
They're
the
so fun.
I had like the whole Harry Potter collection. I remember I set it up on my parents' mantle at Christmas. It was awesome.
of Legos?
So cute.
Victoria's still 12 years old.
Yeah.
We would be best friends.
I'll come play with you.
I'll come play, yes.
I love
Legos.
Legos are awesome.
We played with, oh my god. I played with Barbie, so I was like 12, I feel like 13. I love Barbies.
Me too. And babies, and Polly Pockets. Remember Polly Pockets? They were so
Oh my
fun.
god. Yes.
They were so fun.
Yep.
You
Love
remember
them.
Tamagotchis?
Tamagotchis, I remember those.
Yeah. Sam,
What do they grow up?
did you have a Tamagotchi?
I don't know. Explain it, maybe.
Oh my
You
goodness.
feed them, and they're like,
It's a pocket pet. It's like this little thing that had like 2 or 3 buttons
Oh
on it.
yeah,
You had to like
and
feed it.
and it you opened the top.
hmm
Yeah.
I do. Remember Furby? Furbies were so annoying. It's just
Yeah.
like a Hatchimal now,
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing.
except for the Hatchimal cracks out of the egg.
And then the egg's pointless.
I know. Same with the Hatchimal.
And people were
Wasting money.
standing in line at Christmas for those things. No.
I feel like Furby was the same though. I remember it was hard to get them at Christmas.
Yeah.
That's like the whole Tickle Me Elmo phase.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Say that.
did you ever watch the movie Jingle All the Way? With Arnold?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
With like little Turbo Man doll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Where they're all fighting each other for it. Like I felt like that's like what it was with
Yeah.
Tickle Me Elmo. Like people are running around just like beating each other trying to get a little Elmo doll.
I just watched Bad Moms Christmas, and that's what they were doing in the middle of like the mall. It was so funny.
That's
I
awesome.
never seen either of them. So lame. We're lame movie people, kind of.
They are, yeah.
We don't know. Those aren't lame. We just don't watch movies.
No. Well, that one is lame. Well, it's not lame. It's really funny and stupid funny. And you're like, what? It was
Don't
like
get bad moms on your bad side, guys. Like,
I know. I shouldn't have said that. Now,
just kidding. Kristen Bell's like emailing you. Like,
actually, I really like you. But
You would like me so much.
She's like, oh, and I was going to have you build all this furniture for my new house. Not anymore.
I would be so sad.
I was looking for an interior designer, but screw that.
I know.
You're checked off the list. So,
It was really funny though, like really funny.
she adds.
Oh, she's backtracking now.
she's like, oh, wait. It wasn't stupid. It was really awesome.
No, stupid. I never said that.
Yeah, well, I get made fun of watching those, and everyone ends up watching them with me, and then like laughing. So
Yeah.
I'm a trendsetter for lame
Yep.
movies.
Nah,
She called her
You're not-
name.
you're not
No,
a
it is
follower.
lame.
You're a leader.
There you go.
So I've been pretty busy. If you followed on Instagram, I built like a quick, more or less, it's gonna be like a tool workbench, trying to get some of the like my drill press stuff off the ground. But I've had this Simpson like strong tied, like I don't even know. I think they call it their like DIY workbench kit now. This was like right when they first like were putting their pieces together for a kit. They sent me this kit like 4 years ago. Easy had to be 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And it has literally sat in the box in my shop, and I've just moved it like from one corner to the next, and finally I was like, you know what? Let's just put it together. And it took me like 2 hours to get this whole thing together. And I'm like, why did I wait 5 years to do this? Like, this thing literally took so quick to put it together. So I've been doing that, and then been making a bunch of like little guitar clocks. Like it looks like a little electronic guitar. And been making out of just some offcuts, trying to clean up the scrap bin. Either that or it's gonna end up in the fire pit soon because
Recycle bin.
I've got,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
you know, you're
Throw in
like,
the recycle
you're
bin.
like, oh man, this is an awesome piece of mesquite. It's 2x2. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but someday I'll do something. And you just keep setting this, and then finally, like I'm
Yeah.
going through, I'm just trying to get stuff knocked out. I made probably another 12 backpack hangers that need to get done. So my son and daughter love theirs. I mean, you see them right there every day. Like
That's cute.
if you try to take my daughter's, so my daughter's 3, you try to take her backpack and hang it up, or her jacket and hang it up, she gets so mad. She's like, no, that's mine. This is my Little Mermaid one. Get away. So,
Little Mermaid.
What's that?
I love Little Mermaid.
So I made for like 5 of them around Christmas time, gave them out to all my nieces and nephews, and my kids. And now like other people are like, oh, those are really awesome. I want one. So I just like had scrap wood. I made another like 11 or 12 of them. So it's like quick. Now if somebody can order, they want put Batman on it or whatever, then I literally got like these stack of like kids comic books, like magazine things. I just will Mod Podge a picture of Batman on it, boom, send it on its way. So I got most of the heavy lifting of the cutting and the shaping and sanding, all that done. So that's
Nice.
I'm trying to figure out like what I can get things done with scrap wood. Get it out of the shop before I start pulling in more stuff.
Ooh, you can
Yeah.
make a Debbie.
What's a Debbie?
You gotta make a Debbie.
What's a Debbie?
You could make a Debbie. Everyone will want a Debbie.
Everybody, you're gonna get like 20 orders for Debbie.
And then a little Debbie.
Can I have a little Debbie? We use like our scrap wood for I just make like little signs all the time. So I love the scrap pieces they'll give me, and they put them together to make like smaller signs, and I just put what I want on them. And it's my favorite thing to do. So always good to have scraps.
Yeah.
But most go in the burn barrel because ours are pallets. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like I've been talking to my wife about starting to take some of the little bigger pieces to make some signs with. Just because there's some things I don't want to throw away, but I'm tired of them sitting around too. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm telling myself like, oh, I'm not going to buy any more lumber until I clear out like my scrap bin. And then I just found out like 40 minutes from me, this guy's got like his own little backyard sawmill, and he's been cutting up some awesome like spalted pecan and stuff.
Awesome.
And it's super cheap. He's offering a 8-foot slab of 2-inch thick. I think he said it was like 22 inches wide of spalted pecan for $100.
Nice.
Like, dude, stop posting this stuff because I don't need it, but I want to come buy it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a woodworker. You have a
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
I know my grandpa has one of his friends in his woodworking guild has like a serious problem because they redid their basement, and I would say their basement's maybe like 1,000 to 2,000 square feet, just the basement. And he made all these different rooms, and one of his rooms is all wood. My grandpa said he has like, I've never been there, but I asked if I could go. He said he has like so much wood that he would never use it all, even if he built like whatever. It's insane. If I go, I'll take a picture and send it to everyone.
No, you gotta go in and have him take a picture of you in the wood room.
Yes, of course.
Maybe you should try to purchase some of that off of him. 'Cause that's
Well,
usually when you
my
get it cheaper.
grandpa, that's what my grandpa said to him. He said that we would definitely purchase them from him if he had any for sale, because he has some like what does he have and we needed, I forget, and he has like a ton of it, I forget, but yeah,
Have your
he made it
grandfather-
awesome.
Have your grandfather distract him while you go out the back door.
There you go. That's actually a better idea. That's better than trying to like negotiate a price.
Sam would have
I'll
to
just take this.
With her Home Depot shopping cart.
Yeah, run out the back door.
Run the 2 miles to home.
Yeah.
Just a quick jog.
Good job with the wood.
Yeah, that would be so funny.
We have to make that video now.
Yes.
A job
Yes.
if it went back.
Yes. That would be.
I want to hear the heavy breathing when you get there, though. We need plywood. Lots of
And we need your cart.
Let us borrow the cart.
We'll pay anything for the cart.
You gotta get the store manager on board with you, like pushing the cart down the street. Like we're not stealing it. Just let us borrow it.
Wouldn't it be better if the store manager was running after us?
Yes, that would be
awesome.
better.
Like
Now you have to make that.
bring me my cart back.
Not Joe Cart.
Why are they leaving with the cart?
We will call the authorities.
Okay, we live 2 miles away. Have them come get it,
Please.
so we don't have to bring it back.
Oh my god.
We're not stealing it. We're just borrowing it.
Put it on the side of the road. Needs a good home.
Please take back the Home Depot.
Yeah.
Love the Pallet People. You can win a Debbie if you bring this back.
You can win it, Debbie.
Oh, what a Debbie.
You should just rename the Debbie the Woodshop 101 podcast. Just
There you go.
that's what the Debbie's now needs to be renamed.
Well, whatever name you said first was worse than Debbie. What did you say?
Edith.
Edith. Is there an Edith?
Yeah.
Edith. The other names are pretty good. Like Morgan, Taylor. I named them good. Besides like 3 because I thought it was funny.
Pearl.
There's Pearl.
Yeah, need a Norm. Cheers, Norm.
That's awesome.
George.
I'm really weird on this.
We could send you guys all these pieces because they're never gonna sell it.
They're going to have to be giveaways.
There's
Yeah,
Debbie.
there's
There's
Debbie.
Debbie.
Oh, I like Debbie
Yeah,
a lot.
But would you want to walk around your house saying this is my Debbie.
Yeah. That would be, because I would remember this.
You guys got to come to my bedroom and I'll show you my Carl.
I named one Carla, and I was like, I should have named her Carla.
Carla, my friend Carla.
I said this is a bad idea because people have associations with names. So like, if they don't like, they're gonna be like, oh, now I'm not buying Carla.
I hate Carla.
My head hurts, y'all.
I know, mine too.
I can't smile anymore. My head hurts.
I wish.
Okay.
I gotta just start saying it. So it's so awesome that you guys can say y'all and I have to say you all. It's so lame.
You could say y'all.
Y'all can say y'all.
Not really.
Not really.
I lived in New York City for 3 years. People say it up there all the time.
Yeah.
We say it here too.
Not a lot of our friends say y'all.
So be different. They're going to be like, what?
And I just feel like an imposter.
I say when I text.
You poser.
Y'all.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, as much fun as I'm having, I really think we should move forward here. So, the topic for this particular episode was talking about the pros and cons of selling online versus custom orders. And I know that there's quite a bit of the people out there that would work that do a lot of online sales through Etsy and even their own website. And do you guys sell through Etsy?
No.
We did in the beginning, but then we moved all of our products to our own website.
What was the thought process why you did that? Was Etsy just annoying as crap to do, or what?
We moved it because we had just launched our website, and we were hoping to get a little bit more traffic there. So, like, when people search the Pallet People, like, our site would come up. So by building the traffic that people were, like, going to our Etsy site for, we were hoping to get them to go to our own website and have it, populate more on Google. The fees, like, between Etsy and Google or our own website were basically the same. So that's kind of why we went off it. But honestly, we have been considering going back because Etsy seems to be a really good platform for the stuff we sell. Like as people who maybe wouldn't be going to our website, like they could stumble upon us on Etsy. Like I think Etsy's a great spot. So we would try to get back, but we just haven't been able to produce enough. And
we never can make enough inventory, honestly. So because we do this part time, so he's a landscape architect. I'm a nurse. He works full time and gets home like 5:36 every night, and then goes in the shop. So we kind of have trouble filling custom orders right now. So it's hard for us to have inventory to load.
I feel you.
Yeah. So that's kind of what. And then we're just like paying to have a few pieces on Etsy that aren't even, I don't know. It's hard to keep it updated. So that's kind of our goal is to just have more free. So that's when we do like the black and white line and stuff or the gray line. It's awesome because we are able to put way more stuff on our website. And I feel like since when we started Etsy, we literally had 1,000 followers on Instagram. And I think that was like, we felt we didn't have as many people going to our website at all. I think so that we were like, let's do Etsy. But now that we have a more follower base, I don't know. I think it's better. I didn't know we were going to go back to Etsy.
He was just saying that.
He was like,
crap, I wanted to go back.
I wanted to. You guys brought it up, and I wasn't expecting that. That's got a soft spot for me.
Sorry, that wasn't planned, I promise.
Have you given any thought to like Amazon? What is it? Handmade?
We haven't explored it yet, but yeah, it would be like another great spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know really of anybody that's on Amazon Handmade. I know there's a lot of people on it, but I don't think it's near the traffic that what they were hoping it to be.
Yeah, I don't know anyone.
Maybe over time as Amazon gets bigger and just more people are like have the app on their phone and stuff. But
I hope Amazon doesn't get bigger because I can't afford everything I try to buy them from now. Keep getting bigger, dang.
I know. I just became an Amazon Prime member not too long ago, and I'm
Just
like
now?
buying everything.
Oh,
Dang.
it's so bad. I've been it for forever.
Yeah, I've had
I
it for
spent
like
way
5
too much
years.
money.
Oh, it's so easy to be a. Just go on there and be like, I need this.
And
That's-
and then I'm gonna watch something on my smart TV and order a movie, like The Bad Moms Christmas.
Yeah.
For like $14. Why did I buy that for $14?
You just
Seriously.
Movie's
You
so
need it.
lame.
Seriously. It was horrible.
I literally
It's
have like
so
a
easy.
running list of just like woodworking items. I'm like, more sandpaper. Do I need more
Yeah.
sandpaper? No, but let's get it. One day I'll need it. Casters. Oh, I need those. Let's order those.
Like my shopping cart has stuff in it, but it's also got the save for later. You know, anything I want, I just add the cart and then I save it for later and come back to it when I'm ready.
Yeah.
I do that with customer orders too. When they're asking about certain builds, I'll go to price the equipment that I need to buy, like barn door hardware, and I'll save it to my cart and just save it for later. So whenever he's ready, I can just go right to it and order it.
I do that too.
genius.
I just became in the Amazon influencer program. Have you guys heard about that? It's pretty cool. You guys, so like, you have to like apply to it, and then they check your Instagram or whatever you are going to link to it, and then you can make a store of like your favorite products. So like if you guys have like stain or paint that you like to use, sandpaper, like anything, like if your sweatshirt, like your favorite sweatshirt that you wear, you put it in and then you make money off of it.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
So it's another way. It's another part of their affiliate program, and so their associate program. That's just, see, I'm in their associate program, so
Yeah, so you have to, so like last night, you have to type in like the amount of followers you have, how many posts you've done, and then within a few minutes they'll like either, send you an email that you're good to go. And then you can start making like a storefront, and like you could be like the Pallet People and then have your logo or whatever, and then have everything in your store. It's pretty cool.
That's
I can
awesome.
just hear Amazon saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Short, your Instagram sucks."
I don't approve us yet.
I don't know who you plan on influencing, but this is not going to work.
I don't think the Pallet People are ready for that yet, but maybe someday.
Yes, you guys totally all are. But yes, it's really cool. You should check it out.
Yeah, definitely look into it. That's really awesome.
the benefit behind it is that reserve income, because if somebody goes and purchases something, you get a kickback from it. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's cool because some months I'll get like $60 back, and I'm like, oh hey, there's an extra $60. Let's see what else I can buy on Amazon now. And another month
Yeah.
it's like, you didn't make 12 cents, so we're not going to send you anything. So
No, that's really cool though, because like if you like storing your stain you use, and I bet so many people go and get the same stain, but like that's awesome. They give you the opportunity to get a little money from it.
Yeah, it is really cool. And oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. That was horrible. Oh my gosh, what were we just talking about? Oh, you can pick if you want him to just like direct deposit the money into your account, or like give you an Amazon gift card that then you can just keep on your Amazon and then buy from there. So you have two ways to choose how you want to be paid. It's pretty cool.
Mine's direct deposit, because if it's an Amazon gift card, it's gone literally within the minutes.
Yeah, I did direct deposit.
In fact, here's a good example. I totally forgot that I got Amazon gift cards for Christmas. I totally forgot I had cash for Christmas. I was sitting on the couch the other day on Sunday morning, and my wife walks in the living room and she hands me this cash, and I go, "What's that for?" She's like, "That's your Christmas money." My Christmas money from where? And she's like, my sister. I was like, oh, I thought I already spent that, but okay, thanks. She's like, well, you put it in this envelope with these iTunes gift cards and this Amazon gift card. I'm like, awesome. I love you. You literally walk in a room and just hand me money. And probably within 10 minutes, no kidding, that Amazon gift card was already spent.
It's easy.
Merry
It's
Christmas.
so, yeah,
On random stuff.
it's so easy.
It really is.
So,
So, I guess we can go back to the custom order side of things, because I mean, you guys have been doing the online sales, and you find that it works very well for your business. First of all, before we go to the custom orders, do you guys have a con that just a pet peeve of yours when it comes to the online sales? I know that you guys had the soft spot for Etsy, or excuse me, sore spot for Etsy, but is there something that that you dislike about doing online sales?
Yeah, at least for me, shipping is like so underrated. The amount of time that we spend on it, packaging, printing labels, coordinating addresses.
Would that be the same for custom though, or no?
Not as much. I feel like that when you get custom orders, they're a lot more local.
Even if they're not, you're invoicing it, so it's a little bit easier than listing on your website, and then you got to keep track of like, oh hey, that order just sold. Making sure. I get what you're saying. I think packaging is a big one, especially because unless you make your own boxes, which there we go, goes into a lot of time, and you got to find a place that sells sheets of cardboard. Trying to find a box or scrap a box and cut it up and make it fit your project is just ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's exactly what we did right off the bat. We would, the same place we're getting our pallets, we would take the cardboard boxes from the TVs. We'd be making our own boxes, cutting them up, and doing whatever we could to just come up with like bigger cardboard, especially for a bigger sign we make. But as we've gotten into it more, a couple recommendations that we've taken from our friend Mike, who helps us out. We order actually boxes from Amazon through Amazon Prime. That way we get free shipping. One of the biggest expenses, at least we've noticed when we order cardboard, like you could go to the bigger retailers to get cardboard boxes that fit certain sizes, but you end up paying so much in shipping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So by going through Amazon, we're actually getting better rates on that stuff. And another big thing we've been using is ShipStation. So for anybody that doesn't use it or wants to try something out, it is amazing in working with our website and working with UPS, USPS. It's been a game changer.
Happy dances about ShipStation.
I mean, yeah, we would used to get an order online, go type in somebody's information, type in Sam Ryan's address, it just was a lot. So now through ShipStation, it coordinates with our website. It's downloading people's addresses, printing labels at one click rather than sorting through emails for hours. So it's the best. If you want to try
That's
it,
cool.
they offer like a couple months free. So it's pretty great.
I just looked it up because I shut my Etsy down because the shipping was so frustrating, especially with having a ton of custom big orders that are local and then having to make those small little things to ship out.
Mm-hmm.
It was not worth it. So that's awesome. It looks like, do they come and pick it up from your house?
Yeah, we schedule it through UPS and obviously the Postal Service.
That's really cool.
It's the best. It made it from being really, really inconvenient just way better.
Yeah, because I hated going to UPS or the post office.
Yeah.
So
It is a
instead of
nightmare.
really inconvenient, it's just inconvenient now.
That's what I was getting to.
Well, one of the bad horror stories I had, whenever I was doing craft shows, I was also doing online sales for some of the things that I made in those craft shows. And one of them in particular was a star wreath. It was made out of real thin strip cedar and a twig wreath. Weighed nothing. Absolutely nothing. And just to put it in the box that made it fit, and shipping it to Hawaii was $35.
Yeah.
I made nothing off of that wreath because the wreath was like $20. So spent more on shipping than anything because eBay, because I was selling them on eBay. That was the only outlet I had at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the shipping recommendation that eBay gave for Hawaii and the size of the package, it was so underrated that whenever I went to the post office and actually mailed it, I was probably short a good $15.
Oh man.
Do you ever go to the post office with a package and they look at you like you have 3 heads?
Yes.
All the time?
Yes.
I walk in, I go with my buddy at lunch, and they look at me like, oh, what are we going to do with this?
They hate
Mail it?
They just hate packaging. They just hate it.
Or they look
Yeah.
at your packaging job. They're like,
Well, that too.
and, like I feel like I'm judged. Like I go up to the counter and I'm like, hand it to them, and I'm trying not to make eye contact because I know I just like taped everything together.
Yep.
Or when they say like your flat rate box, anything that fits in the box, and like mine's like crammed, it's all like dented up, and like I'm trying to tape it closed just to keep it like it fit in the box, dude. You got
The lids all folded up
Yeah.
like that.
it fit. You got to ship it.
That's awesome. It's more the post office that's worse. UPS is usually cool.
Yeah, they're fine.
Oh my god, post office is like they never saw a package in their life.
And they're rude.
Be nice, though. Be nice.
They are rude. Oh, love you, love the post office. Love
I think my favorite is when you actually find a box that was used prior to ship something.
Yes.
Got a shipping label on it, and you take your Sharpie marker and you're just
Shit, yeah.
looks like a 2-year-old colored on it,
Yeah.
and you're not. I need you to ship this.
That's awesome.
I mean, I would say a benefit though of online sales is you kind of you use your imagination, right? So you got Debbie, you made Debbie. That's you're using your imagination. You can create what you want
it's definitely awesome.
instead of custom sales is usually it's like you're trying just to persuade them to let you have like the one piece of custom on it. Like, let me choose this one piece for you. Like,
Yep.
and they're like, no, this is exactly what I want. And no, just let this one. I promise it'll look better. So I think it gives you more freedom to kind of make what you want to make versus
But-
kind of being locked in.
But on the flip side, they made what they wanted to make. But Brian's over there going, we ain't ever going to sell Debbie. We ain't ever going to sell Carla. We're not going to sell any of these.
I don't get it, though. I mean, I spend all my time, I'm like, oh, that's my favorite piece. I come up, and she's writing Debbie on the back of it.
I'm sorry, I didn't think it was that bad. It's bad. I'll just cross out Debbie and write a new name.
No, because Debbie's gonna be famous.
Oh, now you have to keep
Yeah,
Debbie.
Debbie's
Yeah.
gonna be famous now.
Yeah, it's going to be like artist formerly known as Debbie now. Oh, that's funny.
So, but yeah, I guess you also spend more time when you're trying to just make your own thing. You gotta create it. You gotta figure it out. How's it gonna look good versus somebody comes to you and says, "This is exactly what I want." Okay, fine. Let's make exactly what you want, and I don't have to worry about are these design elements going together, because most of the time, most people see something. Hey, here's my rooms to go. Can my bed that's got a bookcase on the back? Can you make that? Well, are you going to put that in the middle of the room, sir? No. Okay, well then that's probably a bad idea. I wish they would have told me that.
Dude, Jeremy's like, I can speak from experience. Making the deal. I guess the contrast between the two is that doing online sales, you're making orders upon orders upon orders upon orders with no guarantee that they're going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about custom orders is that you've already got a contract locked down, so there's guaranteed money behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a risk with custom orders being that there's no guarantee that you're actually going to lock down a contract. And you're going to get rejection, and that's something that you're going to have to learn to accept is rejection.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, if you're doing all kinds of, inventory for your online sales, you spent all this money to make all of this stuff, and there's no guarantee that all of it's going to sell. So, there's it's a 2-lane street basically. I mean, you got to pick your battles when it comes to what you're going to make. Try and stay trendy in a way. So a lot of the things that you guys are making is kind of trend setting. I mean, it's stuff that people are following.
Yeah.
And the chances of selling it are extremely higher. But if you are trying to go against the grain and make things that aren't necessarily in style anymore, you're going to be stuck with a lot of inventory for a while.
It's hard. Yeah.
I'm curious with you guys. Do you guys do both, and what's like your percentage of each?
I mean, I do both, but I would say I'm more custom orders than I am just having random inventory of stuff. So
Yeah.
that may change for me this year. I was trying to make it change for me last year. If I end up getting in, we have a market here in Somerville that's pretty big. Last year it grew to be like, I think, 95 vendors, and there was like there was a couple like upcycle people there, but there was like one true woodworker, and he had like 5 pens out and like 2 bottle stoppers and a couple like pepper mills. And dude, you don't have a lot there, you know? So I felt like getting into that I would be able to sell a lot more. And so I'm trying to get into it, and it's a year-long thing. It will run from like the first weekend of April, I think, and it'll run all the way through December. And it's an every Saturday thing.
Wow.
So if I get into that this year, then I would say I'm going to be more online, not necessarily online sales, but I'll be more sales, and having to keep an inventory of stuff.
Yeah.
I would say that if you're gonna do online sales, or even craft show type stuff, keep it small. I mean, a lot of the things that people go to craft shows for, that they don't have this Home Depot shopping cart with them all the time. So they're going to want to take things that are like grab and go that they can easily hold, and they don't need these $100 price tag items. I mean, that are huge, but things like some simple cutting boards or some wine glass holders, pins turned on the lathe. I mean, Jeremy,
or a bunch of Debbies.
Or a bunch of Debbies.
Yeah.
But, I mean, things like the pins, if you guys can learn how to do lathe turning. Jeremy, how long does it take you to make a pin on a lathe?
My first time's like 45 minutes. I can do a basic one, start to finish now, in less than 10 minutes.
Wow.
So if you can turn pins over and over and over again like that, I mean, take a week.
I can do about a dozen a day.
Yeah, and just turn them over like that.
Yeah.
Then you would have tons of inventory for a nice craft show.
That's awesome.
You guys ever do anything like crazy like that you can make pretty quickly and kind of use at the craft shows as like your bargaining chip, like a dollar bin, or like something like these are all free, or like just to kind of like stir up drama at your booth?
Yeah.
I got one too.
It goes back to like that scrap wood thing. Like I try to take like a week before, I try to make a whole bunch. Like I'll just find my scrap wood and try to make something, and I'll make a whole bunch of it. Whether it's never really the same go-to thing. Sometimes I try to make a whole bunch of like wine glass caddies that goes over the top of a wine bottle, put 2 wine glasses on it, and I make a bunch of those. People buy those in just about any market you're in for $25 to $30 a piece. They fly off the booth. But then other things, I'm like, all right, well, let's make like what I did the other day, 12 backpack hangers. Like those are quick. It took me literally probably 2.5 or 3 hours to get them all done. And there's, I can sell those for next to nothing, $10, whatever, just to get somebody buying something. But I also position it to where I always take a big piece, always take a large piece of furniture with me, a table, a side table, something like that. And even if it doesn't sell, if I take it,
I like this trick.
Even if I take it and I know it's not going to sell, here, let me back up here. So the very first time I ever did this, I took one of my own pieces of furniture from the house that I made, and I left it open for the first hour, and then I put a sold sign on it. And I put the sold sign with the price tag on it. So it was like, I don't even remember now. It was sold and it had like $2,500. And people, I had literally had taken orders because the people see the value in it. They're like, oh, somebody else bought that for $2,500. That must be worth $2,500. So I want to order one. So I use it as a way to get those custom orders coming in, especially on those larger pieces. That's really where I'm at. I like to do the furniture more than the smaller things and the repetitive things all the time.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And I had when I did my first show, I took like these logs in our backyard and made like $1.25 bin and just made like a ton of these ornaments that were like this big, and they were like that natural, like, a log. And I drew like a snowflake or painted a Christmas tree on it. And it didn't take me that long. I just cut a bunch and then I hand drew them real quick and then put them in a bin. And those things all sold, like every single one, because it was only $1 and they just can put it in their bag. And then it helped them move more into my booth. And I do the same thing where before I did woodworking, I like upcycled old furniture. So I would always bring something of mine that was in my house and then put a price tag and mark sold. But those dollar things like drew more people in. And then the next year I took all my scraps and made like small little triangles in 3 sets and sold those for like $3. And those sold. They all sold too. So like making those little things that like are super easy and like super cheap, bring people into your booth and then walk. Like that's awesome.
Especially you put those cheaper items like that at the very beginning of your booth, and that way they're forced to walk through your booth to pay. So on their way through their booth, they're hey, I like this or I like that. And so even for like you guys making like small. Just like small,
like baby
small signs, like
they would be so cute. They would be so cute. I would buy like a bunch, 5, and put them in a row. No, 6. That would be so cute.
One of the main things that I did was I took a sheet of 1/4-inch plywood, just one sheet, and I would cut up all these pieces and make these exploding outhouses. It looked like a piggy bank, but they had a mouse trap in the bottom of it, and it was all put together with hot glue. And I had jigs for all this stuff, so it was really easy to make them. And I would have a television of people's reactions, just dropping the thing in, and it would just loop it over and over again. So people would watch the video of it exploding and people's reactions, and they're like, "Oh, what are those?" And I sold them for like, like $2, and they just flew off the shelf. And it gave conversation pieces for people walking in the booth.
That's really cool.
That is cool.
So Do y'all like taking custom orders over trying to stock things?
Most of my orders are custom for signs. It's hard for me because people will show me a sign and I do my lettering, so I don't use a stencil or whatever. I don't even know what people use, but so I have to tell them like I can't match that lettering. It's going to be my lettering. So that's one thing. And most people are like, fine. Or I'll just say, I'll try my best to match that lettering style you want, but it's not going to be exact. And so I'm upfront with them. And then some of the quotes I get or something, I'm just like, really? No.
Yeah.
But
I'm the same way. I'm
So
like, what?
cliche.
Like, I haven't done a lot. You do way more than I do. But I'm like, do you really want me to write this on there? Like, it's And the same thing. Like, my handwriting is not going to be, like, perfect. And they might be bumpy little lines. Like, that's just my handwriting.
Yeah. And it's good for, like, our pieces. We're made out of pallets. Like, it's like a unfinished rustic feel to them. So I think it goes with it. So people kind of expect that with our stuff anyway. Like, they're not going to be perfect. It's not obviously a palette isn't perfect, so I kind of stress that to them. And I don't mind it, and it's awesome. Like especially doing wedding signs or something, and you're part of their day. It's cool. Like and they're super appreciative, and they'll send the pictures. And a lot of times you get photographer pictures, like legit ones. So it's not the worst thing, and it's definitely a lot of our business. So I try to be open to it. For me, for signs, making custom signs, a lot of times I'll make one like. I'll just write a random quote, and then someone just like, can I have that, like on Instagram, and I sell it. So that's awesome too. So, and that makes me feel good. So I'm like, oh, it's cool, it's artsy, and I sold my piece. I feel like a real artist almost. So.
After today's show, after this airs, she's going to be talking to a customer. The customer's going to be, like, I want this written on it, and she's going to be like, are you sure? He's like, yes, you heard me right. DEBBIE. I want that on the board. You're never going to let that down now.
I know. Debbie.
Debbie's actually really pretty. I kind of want Debbie.
Oh, I like the name's not that pretty.
No, not the name. The actual. The piece. No. Secretively, I've been like, oh, I like that name.
The one Debbie follower listener we have right now is like, yeah, I'm not listening to you guys anymore.
My aunt's name is Debbie. My aunt's name is Debbie, so
I'm actually blaming her aunt. Like, she was just with her aunt before this podcast. That caused this.
I have an employee named Debbie, so that just keeps flowing in my head every time we mention.
Yep, Debs. Good old
Debbie.
You guys ever name your furniture?
No. Not really.
No. But now I'm gonna start.
You should name the blue console something.
Yeah.
Superman.
What would you name it?
I don't know.
What would you name it, Victoria?
The first name that popped in my head was Hillary. I don't know why.
Eugene? Eugene?
I don't know why. Hillary.
Just
If those people are watching, they'd be like, "Oh no, we're not close."
Brian's over there going, "Oh man."
just the names.
You need to do another one, Sam, and paint it red, and you can have Hillary and Trump.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Put them on opposite sides of the same room.
Yep.
Yes. Definitely.
Put one up on like a little tilt, so it's crooked Hillary. Oh, that's fun.
But no,
Okay, I'll stop. More politics.
I've never named my pieces. I never even thought about it. But now every time I build something, I'm gonna like, should I name this?
I think
I know.
like a girl or guy personality to me. So especially mosaics, I can like feel it. It's like a boy or a girl.
Be like what you make it out of. It's like, oh, this is walnut. I'm going to call you Wally.
Yeah.
Or for Sam Ramondi, we can call it Poplar.
Yeah.
Poplar.
Poplar.
Yeah, so
I can't wait to see all of your pieces now and all of their names. There's 13 of them, right?
Are they all dropping at the exact same time?
Yeah.
All right.
That was a big debate for us, but yes, they are dropping at the same time.
Yep. The name is just... None of them...
You were like, yep. Did you not want them to drop at the same time?
No, that's fine. I just feel like I'm nervous now because of the names. I'm like, no.
Because of us. She liked it until she got on the
name
show.
That for us?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, until she got on the show, it was perfect.
I might have to. I've been like eyeing your pieces are like amazing, and I want to buy one so bad. Maybe I'll buy Debbie.
They look way better
You
in
have to
person.
finish painting the wall first, Sam.
Oh, there's so much to do. I
Not
have
with
no time
not
to
with
do it,
oil-based
so.
paint.
Yeah.
She got on the
Well,
podcast one night and she easily had to be high from
She was high,
sniffing this
yeah.
oil-based paint
Yeah.
all day.
I wasn't wearing a mask, but
She's over there eating Cheetos.
yeah. I feel high right now from my medicine.
All right, well, let's jump into some product recommendations.
Nice transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're done talking about Sam getting high.
I don't really get high. Guys, I have a sinus infection. Be nice.
I have marijuana socks. They're awesome. I don't smoke. They just like...
She's like, they're the most comfy socks I have.
No, I don't have them on. I wish I did. I've been like that.
She's sitting on the couch with it in her mouth.
My friend gave me them. He lives in like California, like super, definitely a pothead, and he bought me the socks. I'm like, these are awesome. So.
Do they
Perfect
smell?
transition.
Yeah.
They smell good. Yeah.
I'd be in my office, feet to be sweating like, what's that smell? I smell great. Hungry.
All right. Well, Brian, Victoria, you guys want to go first on recommending a product or a service that you find beneficial?
Sure. You want to go first?
Sure. My product that I've been using lately, we've been trying to do a lot more videoing, just of us in general, as we're working, as we're doing things. So I use Final Cut Pro. on my Mac, and it seems to be an in between like the really advanced Adobe Premiere and like just basic iMovie. So that's kind of what I've been into lately.
I use iMovie when I make like short clips because it's on my phone, and it's basic enough for me. So no, I don't do the cool videos that they do. I just do like when I do like the fast clip movies on Sunday. That's just not movies, videos. That's what I do.
I do little Instagram clips like you do on iMovie on my phone. Like I'll just record a few and then just compose them on iMovie.
Yeah,
and throw it on Instagram.
That's what I do too. But I just typed in. I've typed in the ShipStation and Final Cut Pro onto my phone.
ShipStation crushes all of them, though. It is the best.
Crushes it.
You guys, you can't. If you don't use it and you ship a lot of products or just anything, it's the best.
You're messing up if you don't. I'm just kidding.
You're failing. You failed.
They should really be sponsoring your podcast.
ShipStation.
Okay.
ShipStation. There you go.
ShipStation. Dude,
I'm just trying to get
in contact with us.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
I would say my products that are my favorites are my dang shades. I just thought of that because
I was gonna find out where's your fun shades at.
Where are they? That's not my fun. Safety glasses.
He pointed to.
Like these are definitely not my fun shades.
Whatever. My fun shades are definitely top.
They're definitely missing.
I transform. Like it's awesome. One time I was at work. Seriously, I'm in the ER and it's super busy, and I was in charge, and like ambulances were piling in. It was mob, and I was like, guys, I got to change the vibe in here. And I went and got my fun shades on. I put them on. I was like, this is going to make everything better. And it did help. People like, your glasses are helping. I'm like, I know, they're awesome.
I just remember one of your Instagram videos or stories. You were with somebody, and you're like, oh, our glasses match. And she was like, except mine are real.
That's my sister, yeah. Yeah, I kind of love my dang shades for some reason. And I do wear them not just on my stories. I wear them to work, and people are like, are those real? I'm like, no. I try to pretend at first. I'm like, yeah, and then like they say dang on that. I can't lie, so I'm like, no, they're not real. Anyway, my other product that's kind of like, and people do order dang shades from like seeing my dang shades, so it's pretty fun. Like they're like, I just ordered. People message me.
We have to put it on our Amazon now.
I know people will message me. I don't think you can buy it. Maybe you can. Yeah, people will message me and like, oh, I just bought 6 pairs of dang shades. Oh, I just bought dang shades. I'm like, that's awesome. I'll just copy and paste this to dang shades. So I can get a free pair of glasses.
Where's your royalties?
Look, we'll put a link to dang shades in the show notes. So go get your dang shades and send all of them to the Pallet People.
And get the fun shades because they're so much fun. They really are called fun shades. I didn't make that up.
This reminds me of anybody have any damn questions on the damn tour? Now you got to get your dang shades from the dang store.
Yes, and get your Debbie with your dang shades. Okay, I can't say Debbie anymore. All right, so my other thing is we just got a new camera. It's not like the best camera. It's an 80D Canon, and we had we're using our phones before. And now when I take pictures for Instagram, I use it, and I love it so much. It links right to my phone, and it's super convenient, and I really like how our pictures are coming out. Like the last 12 posts, they look super bright on our page. It's super exciting. So
what camera is that?
Canon AD 80D.
ADHD.
AD.
A80D.
80D.
And you said it.
Yeah.
And that's
this picture is like super bright. All of them are so bright. They look so like clean and crisp.
You said the camera links straight to your phone?
Yeah, it connects in wireless, so then you just before I got this camera, I literally would set my phone and then I would press 10 seconds because I didn't have I could have got a Bluetooth thing, and I would run and take my own picture. So now I can just hook my phone and I click it and I'm sitting there and I'm super discreet and I'm clicking my phone and taking the pictures.
Yeah, I think that's the same camera that Mark Spagnolo uses, because he just did a story today. As a matter of fact, he uses the Canon software that I guess it's an app you can download, and he uses his iPad as a viewfinder.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
That's cool. We got a good mic on it. Like Queenie got us a good deal. We got like a bunch of accessories with it, and the mic is really awesome too. So Rode mic.
Guess where we got it?
Amazon.
Yep.
Really?
Where does everybody get everything nowadays?
Facebook Marketplace.
What's the like letters again? The
80.
Canon what?
80.
80D.
I really want to get a Mark.
Wait.
D like Debbie.
80D.
Oh.
Man,
I have the T something.
The
T3i probably.
T5.
Yeah.
5i. I've got the T3, I wish it had the Wi-Fi. My brother's got the T5i, and it's got Wi-Fi on it. So I'm like, crap.
Yeah, mine has Wi-Fi, but this is nicer. I didn't see this.
Do you use your phone, Sam, or do you use your camera?
I do. I just ordered the tripod thing, so now I'll start using my camera.
Nice.
I need the tripod. I need
Yeah,
the
and I
tripod.
got that on Amazon for like $20.
You're saying a Joby?
And I got one of those too. Yeah.
Jobies are the best, PS.
Yeah. What do you use for your phone, Sam?
Nothing. I lean it up against old scrap wood.
Oh, so the tripod.
So now
though.
that's what I ordered.
Something
like that. It looks like that for my phone.
Does your tripod have the magnets in the feet?
This? It's just like turds.
So I have the exact same thing, but I bought their magnetic one, so I can
Ours
stick it to like
we
my
gotta get-
bandsaw and all sorts of other things. So all 3 feet of mine have a magnet in them.
That's cool. You gotta get a new one. Ours is like falling. Like one of the legs doesn't really stay up.
What's the name of yours? Mine looks like this. So it's something similar.
That's cool because yours is like this one's a short stand. That's like a legit full length tripod.
Legit. It's like a true tripod.
But yours is named the what is it again?
Joby, Joby.
Why?
Joby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the Gorilla Pod ones,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I think so.
I feel like this goes back to what you guys were saying earlier, though, because when you sell online rather than custom stuff, your pictures almost don't do your pieces justice. That's what we found.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever somebody gets our piece or gets something that we've made and they see it in person, they're like, oh my God, it looks so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's hard to capture that without, a decent camera. I mean, our iPhones get it done, though.
Yeah. I mean, smartphones nowadays have such a great camera in them,
I know.
but I don't, it just, there is
It's
still
still-
night and day difference between a DSLR and
Yeah.
an iPhone. I mean, it's the viewing aspect of it. So
I know. I took a really cool picture of the blue console, which I was going to post tonight. It's just like off to the side that I took with my camera, and it like is amazing. The light is hitting it like a different, like weirdly, so it doesn't even look blue. It looks like almost like really dark navy blue.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, I wish all my pictures looked like that.
Oh,
It's so exciting when you get a good photo.
I'm
I
going
know.
I'm going to kind of piggyback on that. So what I'm recommending is a service or a website. It's called 1000bulbs.com. And, so we're talking about great photography. With photography comes lighting. 1000bulbs.com is super cheap on like all their LEDs and everything else. In fact, when I moved into this house 2 years ago, almost every single light bulb in the entire house was burnt out. I have 10 can lights. And if you go buy like an LED bulb from Home Depot or Lowe's on a can light, they're not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 10 or 12 can light bulbs shipped for $50. All LED,
Wow.
5,000 Kelvin, and you can get just like the regular like A9 LED bulbs and stuff for like $1.25 a piece. And they have everything. They have Christmas lights. They have LED strips. They have regular incandescent bulbs. They have the CFL. It's all super cheap, and which I'm glad my brother told me about this website. And I can't rave about it enough because it has saved me so much money on light bulbs alone, especially. So if you want to get into trying to photograph your product a little bit better and get lighting, that's a cheap way to get into buying the appropriate bulbs with the right color temperature and stuff. So
yeah, the lighting in the shops is like fluorescent lighting. It's horrible. So I have to stand in like 2 spots to do my stories, or else I look like I have like 2 big black eyes and I just got beat up. So seriously, it like shades over my eyes. It's insane. So we need to change our lights. We've been talking about changing them.
Yeah, well, see, so in my shop, I still have the fluorescent tubes. I got the T8.
Yeah, that's what we have.
But I have enough of them to where they kind of eliminate the shadows. But I also upgraded to the 6500 Kelvin bulbs, which is like noon standing outside. It's super bright in there, and a lot of people can't handle it because it's very crisp and cold light. I like it because I can hold the garage door open and there's no difference in light. So during the day I can have the lights on. I can have the garage door open, and you can shoot. The white balance is good in it. So if you're looking at trying to add more light, but you don't want to add fixtures, or you can't add fixtures, look at adding 6500 watt Kelvin bulbs, or 6500 watt. Dang, you'd burn yourself. 65 Kelvin. Yeah, 6500 watt and instant suntan.
I know, we need to buy more fixtures. We have a lot, but the basement is huge, so there's like different areas that need more light. So we need to do that. I'm going to tell Gramps about the site.
Yes, well, definitely.
So what are you going to recommend, Sam?
I am actually going to recommend something that I've been talking to Dylan from Wood Brew, Dylan and Molly. Since we had them on, we've talked a couple of times. Since the way we kind of run our businesses is kind of similar. And my mom and I purchased QuickBooks, which we also have used Wave because Jeremy recommended it. And QuickBooks was just not for us because it was just too complicated for what we needed. Like, we didn't need that. So I'm actually going to recommend QuickBooks Self-Employed. It's a lot easier. It's like $5 a month. Dylan and Molly from Wood Brew they got it too because they did the same thing, got QuickBooks, and then went back and got QuickBooks Self-Employed. So he's been helping me, and it's really easy. Like, you can just send your invoice and it just goes straight to your client. And then it keeps track of everything attached to my business credit card. And you can put notes and all these different things, so that my accountant at the end of, whatever, isn't hating me because it's like a mess. So it's like super easy, $5 a month, and you can keep everything on that app. And you can do it on your phone, Drew, and you can also take pictures of your receipts and link everything. It's amazing. So it's really good. QuickBooks Self-Employed.
I wrote it down.
Yep, so do we. We gotta get that.
Yeah, QuickBooks is way too complicated, so it just, I don't have payroll. I'm not paying anyone. So, and there was way more. So this is super straightforward. So small business is good for self-employed. QuickBooks Self-Employed.
Awesome. All right, Drew,
cool.
What about you?
Well, I'm actually going to recommend what I'm wearing right now. I got these in the mail from Mezzi Audio not too long ago, and I've just been taking some time to try them out. I've been using them on the podcast. If you guys haven't checked out Mezzi Audio, they have a selection of classic headphones like these that are over the ear. They also have the earbud type style earphones that they're not noise cancellation stuff. There's just casual listening. Mm-hmm. But they are all made out of wood. Like these right here are made from walnut. They're precision CNC cut, and then the acoustics in them are, like I said, they are just they beat Bose hands down, in my opinion. I've listened to Bose headphones. I've listened to Beats by Dre headphones, and these things, they just can't hold a candle to them.
Wow.
I really like the sound these have. My wife has a specific song that she listened to on these headphones. She said, I can hear every single word now. So I know exactly what they're singing. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's crazy. And I turned them on and I'm just like, holy cow. It was just amazing how they sound. So they're really comfortable in my head too. They have that kind of a elastic band that just kind of stretches, and it doesn't put a lot of pressure on my head or on my ears for that matter too. So I could keep on for quite a while. So they're good for my podcasting. I like them.
Nice.
Here, I'll show you a little.
Are they the gold ones? Walnut and gold, Drew?
No, these are the silver. The gold ones are really beautiful, but they actually accidentally sent me the silver, and I just decided to keep them. But yeah, you can't talk about me now.
Yes, we can.
They're so pretty.
They are cool. They're
We're
really
looking at
pretty.
the site now.
I know. I keep like pulling out my phone and like looking on Amazon and Googling everything.
Yes.
Are they the classics or the Neo?
These are the classics, 99 classics.
Nice.
I've got a set of the Neo, I believe. I think the Neos are the little earbuds.
Yep.
And I did a review on those a year ago. But I'm not an earbud kind of fan.
Yeah, they hurt my ears after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like earbuds just because I go to the gym and use them there because I don't really want to. I spin, so I don't really want to have those like.
That would be awesome. That would be so awesome.
You
like
have
really
to do
working
it.
out.
You have to get the
and like rocking. Oh my
you
gosh,
have to
that'd
get
be
the big
awesome.
ones. Then you got to wear the shorts that just come right above the knees with the tall calf white, like the white socks that go up to the top of your calf. You got to do it. That's
with the red
That would be
bands.
So
Yes.
funny.
That's rocking it.
I feel like
That
they
is
would fall off my head for sure during spin, but maybe not.
I do like the ISO tunes for doing the workouts though. Those are comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have I have the pods from Apple, and I really like them.
Do you have the wireless ones?
Yeah.
I've been
I got
buying them.
I got them like 2 months ago. 3 months ago. I love them. They stay charged for a long time, and they don't fit his ears, so he can't have them. But
Nope, my ears don't fit any buds.
I was nervous about getting them because I thought I would lose them because it's kind of easy to lose. But I've kept
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to get them because, like, when I walk the dog, if I'm running, then like this all gets like tangled. So I haven't. No one I know has them. So I'm gonna have to go look at them.
Yeah.
I mean, I do believe you know
I'm
her.
gonna
She
lose
has
them.
them.
Well, yes, none. Like, do they look like these ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The bases are a little longer because they have the microphone in them, so they hang. They're like I don't know.
Okay.
The microphone's on the bottom, so they're a little bit hang lower on your ear. Like they look a little weirder.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go
Go
look,
weirder.
maybe buy them because I get this all
dangly
tangled.
earrings.
Yeah, cover them up.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's a good.
I'm gonna go look definitely because I get like all tangled and then I'm like, oh, this is so frustrating. And you have the leash and everything, and I'm like, oh, I just give up. And then I pull it out, and then I'm like, well, now I have no music to listen to.
The worst thing
That
is when
sucks.
they accidentally get yanked out of your ear and you want to
Yes,
kill somebody.
that happened to me this morning, and I was like, oh my god. And I was on a phone call, and I was like, oh wait, hold on. They just both got yanked out of my. Everyone's like, oh my god, this girl's insane. I'm like yelling, and they're on the like hanging, dangling, and everyone in the parking lot's probably like, what is wrong with that girl? Yeah. But this is super fun. And we would like to remind you guys, if you listen to the show on iTunes, to please give us a 5-star rating. It helps us reach a greater audience. Bear Creek Woodworks, which he's amazing, said this podcast is full of information that is very educational to the weekend or professional woodworker. The hosts on the show are very energetic personalities that add entertainment and fun to the show. Be prepared to laugh and learn.
Let's go!
Oh, there we go.
There. That was perfect.
Talk about energy.
Yeah, seriously.
Look, I would say be prepared to laugh. I'm not entirely sure about the learn part, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Teach your own.
Especially
He's
with
awesome. He's so nice.
especially with our mediocre advice, right?
Yeah.
You guys are good. You guys keep it real. I was impressed with your podcast.
And the fact that
We try and keep
I might
it.
listen to another one after this.
Yeah, we try and keep it going in a different direction than other podcasts do. So I think we have a good time on ours.
Well, it's cool. I never listen to podcasts, honestly, and I will consider listening to yours more than just one episode. Okay, wait, strike it. I will listen to the podcast regularly.
there you
I was
go.
about to say,
I'm so
I might
bad,
consider
too.
it.
I'm so
I
bad.
hate podcasts. I'm not lying. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm like bad about
It's
listening
so
to
funny.
I like music. All I do is listen to music, so it's really hard for me to listen to a podcast. That's all. That's why.
See her driving to work going.
I'm literally the complete opposite. Like, I drive to work, and so I get up earlier. Like, I way earlier and leave. I get to work earlier than, like, I actually have to, like, almost an hour earlier. Just because I want to, like, my time in the morning, I want quiet time. I don't want to be dealing with anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. So today, I took my kids to school. I took my wife to work because I was going to pick her up earlier, take her to the airport. And on the way in, I'm just trying to, my kids are dropped off. I'm trying to listen to my podcast. And she's just talking and talking. And I pause it and I just look at her and I answer her. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. And I'm like, okay. Like, I know she's going out of town. And I'm telling and I'm just driving, man. And my face is turning. And I get onto the highway and I just start yelling at cars. And she's like, you really aren't a morning person, are you? I was like, no, I'm a morning person. I just like to be quiet in the morning, time to reflect before my day's busy. And I just keep yelling at cars. And she's like, all right, look, just turn your podcast on. I'm just going to shut up. I'm going to be over here. Just do your thing. Don't. I'm like,
That is
just,
so funny.
Just turn it back on. Turn it off. Like,
That's like, yeah, it's so, that's the same thing that happens to me in the car and then watching TV. He'll be like, I gotta tell you something. And then, like, talking like a mile a minute. And I'm like, seriously, I just started my show like 5 seconds ago and you decide to talk to me now? And then I like pause it like all angrily. And I'm like, okay, is it really that important? I was like, and then I like sometimes turn it up really loud because I'm like, seriously, I can't hear myself. I'm so mean. But it's so frustrating.
He'll play podcasts, and I'm just like, can you please get out of here with this? Like, it's a lot of times it's Gary Vee or like, I'm done listening to this because I'll go for 2 minutes and I'm just like, get this off. I'm done. I can't.
leave.
I know. That's how I used to be before I started on here. I hardly ever listened to a podcast, but then I started listening to this. But then, do you like mysteries?
Okay, I like cereal. Yes, I have.
Oh my god, that's so good! And then there's a new one that my mom works in the OR at. She's does neurosurgery here, and all of the nurses started talking about this one called Dirty John. It's just like cereal, and it's so good. I just finished it.
I like mysteries a lot. So
me too. So go listen to it. Dirty John.
That sounds like a piece name.
Yes, there we go. Look at his face. He's like, no way.
Better than Debbie.
DJ.
DJ, there you go. That's good.
So, this has been a really, really fun show. Lots of laughs. And Brian and Victoria, I know that there are probably a few people here that have not met you guys before. This is the first time they have heard of you guys. So if they want to get in contact with you to ask you more questions or any business inquiries, how can they go about reaching you?
You can, first off, go to our website, which is thepalletpeopleshop.com. That's the easiest way to place orders for us if you would like to do that. If you want to talk to us, Instagram is awesome. So just the Pallet People. I'm really good at DMing back and forth. And I think if Facebook, we have a Facebook, Pallet People Shop, is it?
Yep.
And that's pretty much it. Email is the Pallet People CT. We have like so much things. The Pallet People CT
at
Gmail.
Gmail.
So look us up.
Currently, Etsy is not available, right?
Etsy's unavailable. We're not on Amazon yet, but Instagram is the best place to watch Victoria.
You'll find me there storing most of the time.
With the fun
I'm doing
shades.
any work.
Yeah, with the dang shades.
I'm literally like, I'm supposed to be doing all these signs, and I'm just storing all the time. So it's great.
All right. Well, if you guys want to get in contact with Jeremy, Sam, or myself, you can reach us at our respected websites, which is countrysideworkshop.com, samryandesigns.com, and rhwoodshop.com. You'll find contact information for all three of us there. You can send us feedback, questions, comments, concerns, what have you. And if you want to reach us all three at the same time on the Woodshop 101 podcast show, you can go to email and send us a message through kickback@woodshop101podcast.com. You can also send us a voicemail at 409-234-3959. And if you have a voice memo app on your phone, feel free to leave us a voicemail that way by sending it to the email that I just mentioned. So that pretty much wraps up this show. This was probably a commute of probably 2 hours to and from work if you wanted to listen to this show from start to finish. But this is a lot of good information, lots of good product recommendations, and plenty of laughs. So we have enjoyed having Brian and Victoria on. It has been a blast.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, super fun.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome. And stay tuned for the next show because we're going to have them on there too. So from Brian, Victoria, Jeremy, Sam, and myself, we want to wish you guys well. Please be safe in your shops, and we will talk to you on the next podcast episode. So 1, 2, 3. Boom!
Boom!